Hey guys, this is Mark. Welcome back. In this video, I will talk about flow versions, which is a very important concept in FlowRunner. In the previous video, you and I created your very first automation that is handling scanning of receipts and extracting the information from the receipts. And when you created your flow, a flow version was automatically created for you simply because all automations in FlowRunner, they reside in versions. So a single flow could really have an infinite number of versions. So what is a flow version? Well, think about it as a sort of an implementation of your flow that is encapsulated into something that is manageable, that can be exported, started, stopped. That is the version. So when you launched your flow, what technically you were doing is you were launching a version of your flow. Why did we come up with this concept? Think about it. Think about it. The automation that you have created and it's running. So it's handling all of those things, does whatever you configured it to do. And then you need to make a change. With flow versions, you could have that automation running, and then you can start making changes to a copy of it and then test them out. Whenever you're happy, you stop the first one, launch the second one with all the improvements, with all the changes. And by doing so, you could have literally uninterrupted handling of your scenario. And with this, it becomes a very easy to understand and manage concept that provides a lot of benefits. So first of all, it's basically this uninterrupted processing of your automation. Second, whenever a flow is running, it is accumulating a lot of data, such as the history of the run, specific data that was processed. We will get to it. You will see there is a lot of data that is captured by FlowRunner in analytics. So all of the data, as far as analytics and past history, all the runs, is associated with the version. So whenever you create a new version, it will start accumulating its own history once it runs. A version may have multiple states. It could be running, and that state is called live. In order for it to become live, it needs to be in a state that is called ready. It means there are no errors. It is ready to be launched. And then if there are problems in the flow, such as something is not configured, so there are some errors, then it will be in a state that is called error, or not ready, I believe. Every single state has its own color, and once we get to the UI, you will see what I'm talking about. So it's very easy to see just at a glance what the state of your versions is. Now, whenever you are working on an implementation of your flow, rather than creating a new version every single time, it may just become too much because you're not ready to launch it yet. You're still trying things out, trying it out. Something needs to be modified, and you want to make a change. In this case, I think it would be unreasonable to start creating a new version every time you want to change. So you could actually stop a flow and then make a change to that existing version. It is possible. When a flow is running, you cannot make changes to it, so it has to be stopped. And from that perspective, if you are implementing, you're not launching it into production yet, starting and stopping is okay. There is an important caveat, and that is when you launch your version and it starts accumulating some history and the past data and all of that stuff, if you were to stop it and then go into editing and make some changes, then the past history is going to be wiped out. That is okay while you're in development. That may not be okay when you are in production. So which means that there are two different modes that you could be operating in. One is if you're just implementing your automation, then starting a version, trying it out, then stopping, making changes to the same version is okay, knowing that the past history is going to be wiped out. However, once you launch it into production and then you want to start introducing some changes, improvements, and so on, creating, cloning your version, and then making changes in the new version, and then stopping first one, starting the second, is going to be a better approach in order to provide this uninterrupted automation for your business or for your scenario. So with all of this, let's just jump into the UI and quickly go over all of these concepts from the visual perspective. So this is the flow that you created and that you and I created in the previous video. This is the receipt scanner. And then and we are in the Flow Manager UI. Notice that on this side, on the left-hand side, there is a receipt scanner. That's the name of the flow. And it has this green indicator. And then version 1 is also green. So every single version will have its own status. So for instance, if and green means it is live, you can see it right here. Plus, you can see the status of the currently selected version right here on the right-hand side. It says live. And notice that there is the edit flow button is disabled. You cannot edit a running version. If I stop it, then edit flow becomes enabled. And notice that the status of it is now ready. Okay, so the blue means ready. And if I go into edit flow, notice that there is a pop-up that says there is a past history. It's going to be wiped out if you're going to start making changes to that flow. So for this, let's click open to edit. FlowRunner editor opens up. If I were to start making some changes, like for example, let's add so here it is, we added a block that has some problems with it. Notice that instantly the status changed to not ready. If I go back to manager, it is red. It means it is not ready. If you move the mouse over, it will tell you what the problem with it is. Let's go back to edit and just go back to delete this block. So now everything's good. It is ready. In order to clone your version, so for example, if it is running like it is right now, in order to clone it, what you can do is you can go to version admin tab right here and click clone. This instantly created a new copy of your version. So there's version 2. And then if we select version 2, it's going to be exactly the same replica. So while version 1 is running, it is green. Version 2 is ready. And now we can go and edit version 2, make some changes, whatnot. And then when you're ready to launch your new and improved version, you stop version 1, you launch version 2. That's how it is. One other way that you can also clone the version if you are in the editor. So here it is, I'm in the editor. There is also clone. So you click clone. Now version 3 is going to be created. And then these versions, they basically just go and they are incremented every time when you create a new one. If you need to delete a version, it's also very easy. So you go to version admin, and in here, you can delete your Flow version. So here, if I delete version 2, now it is gone. And by doing so, I can also delete version 3 and just to clean it up. And now we're back to where we were. Once you delete a version, so 2 and 3 were created and deleted. If I create a new version from version 1 again, notice what's going to happen. So version admin, clone, version 4. So it will remember that you had 2 and 3, and then even if you deleted them, those names become reserved. So the next one is going to be version 4. This way, there is no confusion, so there is no duplication, and you may think, oh, I had version 3, but now it appeared again. It may be confusing. So this way, it's always unique. That's all you need to know about versions. There is some other things that you can do, which we will get to, such as configuring, schedule, export, import. We'll talk about those in other videos, but for now, that's all you need to know about Flow versioning. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, happy automating.